Yeah.
Action.
Greetings, everyone. This is Brendon again with the Credit Repair Experts. Today we're going to do a quick video about why it's important to dispute with the creditors, or what we like to call the alleged creditors, first when it comes to cleaning up your credit report. Now, a lot of people have done, some research on credit repair. They learn about the nature of the credit bureaus. They learn about that it's all about what's being reported, right? Your credit profile, your credit report is basically what is being reported to them via their data furnishers, the people who they talk to about who has purchased from them, have they paid on time, et cetera, et cetera. So if you have negative items on your report, one of the first things you want to do, of course, is first go to the source. Where are those negative accounting items, or where are those claims of improper service being made? Right, those are being made by the alleged creditors, right? By the banks, by the mortgage broker, by the car lender, by the hospital, etc. Right, so they're the ones who are giving that information to the credit bureaus, and then the credit bureaus are putting that on your report and manifesting your score. So what does this mean? This means that the information itself is coming from these alleged creditors.
So what are the implications of that whenever it comes to the credit bureaus and it getting on your report? And like if somebody was trying to fix their credit, where would be the best place to start?
The best place to start first would be, if you're doing it yourself, to collect all the information from the alleged creditor that you had given them and have them give it to you. Everything. You want all the billing statements. You want all the information they have on file, your personal information, your address, your social, things like this. You want all of it on file. You can find most of it on your application that you filled out, but you want everything they have on file. And the reason you want that is because it is important that these items are being reported accurately. So in the Metro 2 analysis method that we use, there are certain items that are not hardly ever collected by creditors that are required in order to be considered reportable. And we can get more into the specifics of those items in a future video. But in order to actually dispute the reportability of the accounts and the inaccuracies, you have to have all the information on hand. And so most of the time, and the credit bureau is required to report all that information. And so you can pull it up from the credit bureau and see what the creditor is supposed to have on file, and you'll see they're missing a lot of information.
Yeah, they basically
it's just not there at all.
Yeah, they rarely ever have it. Like they never have it reported properly. But there are a lot of times where they just don't have any information at all. Only like one or two of the creditor or the bureaus will actually have it on file.
Correct. Yeah, and so that's an issue. And so you go after the creditor first, because it's the creditor's responsibility to be giving all that information accurately to the credit bureau. That's why often if you dispute with the credit bureau, for example, they'll delete the item, but then it'll come back, because every month they collect information from their data furnishers. So you go after the data furnisher, and if the data furnisher isn't properly reporting and you notify them of that, then they will stop reporting to the credit bureaus and it'll stay off of your report permanently. And that's why it's important to contact them first. And at the same time, you'll let the credit bureaus know, look, there's a dispute here with the creditor. Oftentimes when you create a dispute, the credit bureau will initiate the investigation with the creditor. But we don't know what they're telling us what their process is, but we don't really know what it is. So we want to make sure we're doing the investigation, we're doing our own due diligence as well when it comes to obtaining all the correct information, because in future videos we'll talk about how they say they validate the debt, but they're not really validating the debt. So, and what validation is. So you're doing your due diligence and making sure you're getting all the information you need as the consumer to make sure that those items are reported accurately. So I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, and so basically, just to kind of tie everything up, what you said was essentially that whenever you are doing the dispute process, it's really best to get all the information that you can and then use that information to attack the reportability from the data furnisher side or the creditor side. And whenever you do it like that, it makes sure that it's not able to come back on your report, because if you just do it through the bureaus, then whenever the data furnisher comes back the next month, they're just going to give them all the data that you contested, and then it's going to be right back on your report.
Correct. Seen it happen all the time. That's exactly right. So just like anything in life, you go after the source. You attack the source, the cause, and the effect will change.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Well, thanks, Brendon. That was a lot of awesome information. And do you have anything else that you want to say to the group?
Yes, I do. So while I've had many people contact me about doing it themselves, I don't think you guys realize how much work this is. That's why I have a team. I don't do this by myself. So, give it a shot, of course. I don't discourage anybody to try doing things on their own. But if you want it done for you, I would highly suggest that you contact my team at the Credit Repair Experts, because this is what we do. You have better things to do than to be mailing people who have just been taking your money for years. And I'm sure you're not their biggest fans, and I'm sure you don't really want to be communicating with them. So let us do that work for you. It really is a lot easier, and it's really worth the money.
It will save you a lot of time,
yeah.
And on the back end, it could save you a lot of money if you don't have a contract with the post office to be able to send certified mail for the cheap.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, mail's expensive.
It really is.
So,
all right.
Yeah, go ahead and get in touch with us, and we'll be happy to help you.
All right. Thank you, Brendon.